Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Medo Yoka of NDPP wins 14 South Nangami Assembly constituency seat, while T. Yangseo Sangdam Independent wins 60 Bungro Gifre seat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India expects full support from Shanghai Cooperation Organization for Reformed Multilateralism that reflects today's global realities. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu says World Science Day reminds people that ultimate aim of science is to bring happiness and make people's lives better. And Nagaland's COVID-19 tally reaches to 9,536. Counting of votes to the Bipoll to Assembly constituencies in Nagaland, 14 South Nangami 1 and 60 Pungro Kifere ended peacefully amidst tight security and restrictions in line with the COVID-19 norms. In a close fight, Medo Yoka of NDPP, who is also the ruling BTA consensus candidate, won the by-election to 14 South Nangami 1 Assembly constituency by a margin of 598 votes against independent Ville Peters Shumo. Medo Yoka, 43-year-old from Kohima village, holds a master's degree in history from NIHU and is a first-timer to win the seat. He secured a total of 4,773 votes, while Ville received 4,175 votes, and NPF candidate Kikovi Girha with 2,575 votes. In addition, 88 voted for Nota. Independent T. Yangseo Sangdam, a 39-year-old from Gifre village, won the Bungro Gifre seat by a margin of 1,527 votes. Also a first-timer, Sangdam polled a total of 8,749 votes, defeating his nearest rival S. Kisimio Yumchunga, who polled 7,220 votes, while BJP Lirimong Sangdam, BTA consensus candidate, got 5,664 votes. K. Shelomtong Yumchunga, independent, with 5,388 votes, while the least votes was received by Congress candidate with 347 votes and 94 Nota. Medo Yoka, after his victory while interacting with media persons at Kohima, reiterated his fulfillment, commitment and assurance given to the grassroots people. Nagaland Chief Minister Nipirio, in a tweet, congratulated NDPP candidate Medo Yoka on winning the 14th South Nangami 1 Assembly constituency by-election. Chief Electoral Officer Nagaland Abhijit Sinha, interacting with media persons this evening, said 38 postal votes were rejected in 14 South Nangami 1, while 11 got rejected on the 60 Bungro Gifre. Sinha also informed that Congress candidate Kasio Anna forfeited his deposit after he failed to secure 1/6 of the total valid votes cast in the constituency. The CEO said the returning officers gave away certificates to the winners of both the constituencies. Counting is also underway for the by-election to the state assemblies in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Manipur, Karnataka, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Jharkhand and Telangana, and Bihar assembly election. In Madhya Pradesh, the ruling BJP has backed 5 assembly seats and is leading in 14 out of 28 assembly seats. In Gujarat, ruling BJP has backed 3 seats and is leading in 5 assembly constituencies. In Uttar Pradesh, ruling BJP has 2 seats and is leading in 4 assembly seats, while Samajwadi Party has won 1 seat. In Jharkhand, JMM candidate Pasand Soren has won from Dumka by 6,500 votes, while Congress candidate Kumar Jai Mangal has won from Burmo seat by a margin of over 14,000 votes. In Manipur, the ruling party, BJP, has won 2 assembly seats and is leading in 1. An independent candidate is leading in another constituency. In Karnataka, BJP has backed 1 seat and is leading in another seat. In Telangana, BJP candidate is leading in Tubaka seat, while in Odisha, the ruling Biju Janata Dal candidates are leading in both the Tirtol and Balasore Sadar assembly seats. In Bihar, NDA is leading in 128 assembly seats, Grand Alliance in 106 seats, while others are leading in 7 seats. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said India expects full support from Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO for a reformed multilateralism that reflects today's global realities. Addressing the 20th summit of SCO Council of Heads of State via video conferencing today, Modi said the United Nations has completed 75 years, but the basic goal of the United Nations is still incomplete. He said a world which is struggling due to the pandemic expects a complete change in the system of the UN. Modi said India will participate as a non-permanent member in the United Nations Security Council from next year, and he expects support from all the SCO member countries. He said India has always been committed to work according to the principles laid out in SCO Charter. The Prime Minister said it is unfortunate that repeated attempts are being made to unnecessarily bring bilateral issues into the SCO agenda, which violate the SCO Charter and Shanghai spirit. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. World Science Day for Peace and Development is being observed today. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said that the day reminds people that the ultimate aim of science is to bring happiness and make people's lives better. In a tweet, Naidu said, the ongoing pandemic has highlighted the need for the world scientific community to come together and find solutions to the pressing problems of humanity. The Vice President asked people to pledge to use science to further peace and development in the world and make it a better place to live in. Nagaland reported 33 new positive cases of COVID-19 today, taking the total tally to 9,536. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangyapom in a tweet said 18 cases were reported from Dimapur, 9 in Kohima, 4 from Mon, and 1 each in Beren and Mukukchung. Bangyu also said that 82 patients have recovered from the infection, which included 52 from Dimapur, 11 in Mukukchung, 9 each from Kohima and Mon, and 1 in Woka. Of the new cases reported today, 25 were from traced contacts, 5 from returnees and 3 from frontline workers. The state has now 886 active cases, while 8,505 have recovered. Out of the 53 deaths registered, 44 have died due to COVID, while 6 deaths are non-COVID related and 3 deaths are under investigation. So far, 92 cases have migrated. The country's COVID-19 recovery rate has improved to 92.56%. More than 42,000 COVID patients recovered during the last 24 hours. Health Ministry said the total number of recoveries has gone up to over 79 lakhs. The actual caseload currently comprises only 5.96% of the total positive cases. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is 5,05,000. Minister for Higher and Technical Education and Tribal Affairs Temchen Imna Along inaugurated the newly constructed Au Senten office today at Mukukchung. Speaking at the inauguration, he said such buildings should be an icon as it acts as the heart from where tenets of culture and tradition emanate. Temchen said the new building is perhaps one of the best Ho-Ho buildings amongst the Nagas. He urged the Au Senten to be stable and remain united as the impending Naga solution might happen soon. He said the will of the people is very much needed at this hour for solution and added that this is the opportune time for the Nagas to ask for solution. The minister also appealed all to take COVID-19 pandemic seriously as a threat and strictly follow SOPs. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer, and follow social distancing norms. And now to end the news, here are the main points again. Meto Yoka of NDPP wins 14 South Nangami 1 Assembly constituency seat, while T. Yangseo Sangdam Independent wins 60 Bungro Gifre seat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India expects full support from Shanghai Cooperation Organization for reformed multilateralism that reflects today's global realities. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu says World Science Day reminds people that ultimate aim of science is to bring happiness and make people's lives better. And Nagaland's COVID-19 tally reaches to 9,536. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.